name's Terry Prince. I'm the board chair of the Edmonton Folk Music Festival Society. This past year was the 30th anniversary of the Folk Fest, and in that time we've gained recognition as one of the best festivals of our kind worldwide. Edmonton is known as Festival City, and we're a large part of that. We believe that the Southeast LRT expansion will be good for the city, and the proposed route potentially beneficial to the Folk Fest. We do, however, have some questions and concerns. Some of them have been brought up already today. For example, going up Connors Road, how many feet in from the existing roadway will the line be? How much more of the hill will be needed for support? Are you planning to eliminate the sidewalk? Will Connors Road be shifted south, as some have suggested, to minimize the impact on the hillside? Will the construction schedules and staging areas be set up so as not to interfere with the Folk Fest? We at the Folk Fest think it very likely the planners and engineers involved with the project will not be familiar with our operational needs, nor will they be aware necessarily of how the Folk Fest utilizes the space surrounding the Tart Conservatory, the Ski Club, and Gallagher Park. We think it's absolutely critical that the Folk Fest and the Cloverdale community be consulted prior to any significant planning or engineering taking place. We need solid assurance that this consultation will take place before we can support the current plan. My notes to myself say, will you give us this assurance today? It appears, from what I've heard so far, that the consultation process will continue, and I'm very pleased to hear that. One final thing, we've also heard that the area behind the Tart is being considered as a site for the new velodrome. If the proposed station at the Tart is intended to support this possible new development, and that adversely affects our ability to present the festival as we've done in the past, then we couldn't support the plan. But basically, I think it's good for the city. It will be good for our festival, I hope, and I look forward to the consultation process continuing. Thank you.
No questions. Next is Mr. Donnelly. Is Mr. Donnelly here? Thank you. And after that is Brendan Van Alstine. Great, you're there. And then Michael Marriott, you now have gone to the negative side. So you'll go at the bottom of the line, the other side. It's okay, listen. And then David Troutman, is David Troutman here? Okay, then you want to come down, David? And then Andrew Knack, if you can come down over here so we can kind of get a bit of a lineup. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm David Donnelly, and I'm also the president of the West Edmonton Business Association, which I've been involved with for over 6 years now. And I'm speaking today on behalf of WEVA, on behalf of our transportation director and our membership of over 275 businesses currently. WEVA started off as a transportation lobby in 1982, so we've always had, as well as a business association, very strong mandates in supporting transportation changes in West Edmonton ever since we wanted the Whitemud Freeway to go past 178th Street and other issues like that. We're strongly in support of having LRT to the west part of Edmonton for a variety of business and residential reasons. Certainly on the business side, we have strong support for that. Along with good transport becomes good business growth. We also recognize that one of the largest malls in the world has no LRT, and we want to see that updated as well. On the residential side, certainly access to our businesses from other parts of the city, consumer shoppers and the labor force have easier access to West Edmonton, and certainly less vehicle traffic would be necessary to do that if we had the LRT. Our access to the rest of Edmonton as well, major facilities in Edmonton such as Commonwealth, our future terrific downtown hockey stadium hopefully, and other things like that, can have a significant easier access rather than doing park and ride, things like that from West Edmonton, so we support that. Shopping, getting to other areas of the city, and also primarily our residents to have access to the education facilities at Grant MacEwan, University of Alberta, places like that, if we had better access to LRT. So West Edmonton Business Association has been involved in many one-to-one meetings, many surveys. We even had a luncheon recently in support of having the LRT out to West Edmonton and supporting the current route that was presented to us. So we support you in your vision and your plan, and we hope that you have a prompt approval of the West Edmonton LRT program. Speaking also as a Southeast Edmonton resident, both my businesses are in West Edmonton, but I'm a Southeast Edmonton resident. Two things on the personal side. I've got 3 boys. We love to take our bikes into the van and go down to the river valley for good biking. We could easily do that by LRT if we had the proposed route to the southeast side of Edmonton. Literally, we could use that facility or the river valley better if we had the LRT. And also, I could be a potential candidate, a certain candidate, to take the LRT all the way from my residence in the woods to my business in West Edmonton if we had that good LRT in line for us. So we, as an association and personally, we are strongly in favor of these LRT initiatives going forward with all due speed. Thank you.
Thank you. No questions. Thank you very much. Next is Brendan Van Alsten.
I'm here on behalf of the Transit Riders Union of Edmonton to express their support for the proposed West LRT and Southeast LRT routes if they're done right. Edmonton is not grown in a sustainable way, and overall I would say the consensus with our group is that improved transit, including LRT and transit-oriented development, is a key in shifting the way we grow. With regard to the West LRT specifically, we support the route given the use of modern streetcar-like low-floor light rail vehicles with urban-style curbside boarding stations that fit seamlessly into the communities they are meant to serve. Planning and construction, however, must be done in close consultation with West End communities affected so as to enhance and not destroy years of planning for urban renewal and revitalization in areas such as Jasper Place, which community residents and business owners have worked hard on. As you've all heard, there is immense potential for transit-oriented development along Stony Plain Road, and if done right, these plans are also supported by the Transportation Master Plan, which, as you'll recall, we came here to speak in support of. Similarly, the Southeast LRT route has potential to help with revitalization of the quarters and to capitalize on densification already occurring in Strathern, Holyrood, and Bonnie Doon, as well as delivering the long overdue LRT to Mill Woods that they've been waiting over 30 years for. We encourage Council to go a step further by introducing Bus Rapid Transit, or BRT, as a precursor to LRT, and redesigning bus routes around the new BRT/LRT routes, rather than changing routes in a piecemeal fashion as the LRT is constructed. Finally, we also must keep in mind that the first 30 years of LRT expansion, or the first 30 years of LRT are littered with expansion plans that never came to pass, and we hope that these and future plans do not suffer the same fate due to lack of funding. And so we would encourage Council to be actively lobbying the federal and provincial governments for additional funding to ensure that these plans come to pass, rather than having them end up on the scrap heap like so many past LRT plans. After all, if the wheel's not squeaking, no one's going to give it any oil.
Thank you very much. No questions. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming. Next is Mr. Trotman. Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Trotman. Oh, before he starts, he's got to get the plug in there going.
I know it says I'm not doing a presentation, but we arranged this beforehand.
Good, that's great. That's great. You all set?
In a second.
When you're ready. Let us know when you're ready. You got the same computers Councillor Iveson does. He's very happy. Okay, you got all those little bullets, whatever those are. You ready now? You all set? Start his time. Okay.
I'm over here on behalf of Argyle Community League to give you some information which we believe the administration hasn't yet given you, and it's a perspective on the approach to Southeast LRT at Argyle Road. I'll go through the current proposed route with you and its implications at that intersection and further south, and hopefully present you with an alternative. This is looking north from that intersection. The proposal we've had spoken to us but not written is that the engineers want to put a ramp in. They want it to begin elevated at about 73rd Avenue and jump over this intersection. So this is looking north toward that ramp, and it would have to be higher than that sign, and perhaps even higher than that. The same intersection looking south means that it has to jump over these businesses. I'll just note that James Westeski's MLA office is right under the arrow, but I doubt he'll be an MLA